Benny, you're just going to hate me for this, but Bill Maher has told us, honestly, where he is on the political spectrum before the 2024 election. He said the Democrat Party was filled with idiots.
Ideas about, you can be healthy at any weight, and gender is always a social construct, and maybe we should give communism another try, and maybe we should get rid of capitalism and the border patrol, and let's tear down statues of Lincoln and get rid of the police. Just, no, it's not that I've gotten old. It's that your ideas are stupid. Okay?
Says the CNN anchor. Can we cut that? Yeah. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, at the very least, we can accept an honest pursuit of some level of introspection. And we appreciate Bill Maher for engaging in that in the public arena, which he has done so in what we believe to be a earnest pursuit of truth. Bill Maher going viral and being posted by the White House and Donald Trump. Here's President Trump posting this clip explaining that he was wrong and that the Trump economy and all the people that said that the sky is about to fall have been turned into frauds. He's doing this in front of left-wing YouTuber Brian Tyler Cohen. Bill Maher saying, we all got it wrong. And everything's actually going quite well in this country.
Now, I remember along with probably most people, was saying at the beginning, by the 4th of July, somebody had to think how the the economy was going to be tanked by then. And I was kind of like, well, that seems right to me. But that didn't happen. Now, it could happen tomorrow. I'm just saying that's reality. So let's work first from the reality of that, not from I just hate Donald Trump. Because that's boring and doesn't get us anywhere and leads you to dishonesty. Because the truth is, I don't know what his strategy is. But look, the stock market is at record highs. I know not everybody lives by the stock market, but I also drive around. I don't see a country in a depression at all. I see people out there just living their lives. And I would have thought, and I got to own it, that these tariffs were going to sink this economy by this time, and they didn't.
And they didn't, and now the only thing that is actually sinking are the hearts of left-wing viewers of Bill Maher, as President Trump says, thanks, Bill! Bill Maher, OG Bill Maher fans on absolute suicide watch now that the President Trump's own rapid response is posting his clips, and a bunch of people saying nice things in the comments, by the way. It's wild, man. The Bill Maherification of the Trump White House, or the Trumpification of Bill Maher. I don't care which way you want to spin it. Again, it's been one of the nicest things I've seen in a really long time. Two people that hated each other, Bill Maher and Donald Trump, who have been at each other's throats, agreeing that there are some really good things happening. Having dinner, disagreeing on some topics, agreeing on others. But yeah, this is what winning looks like. You can see budget surpluses, budget deficits for all of these other months and years. And here's the first budget surplus in our lifetime. Producer indexes, there was no inflation in all of June, absolutely flat. When was the last time you saw no inflation? Look at this. This deal with the European Union is absolutely massive. This is 24 hours old. The EU will put zero tariffs on U.S. goods, buy hundreds of billions of dollars in military gear, make $600 billion in investments, $700 billion in energy, so trillions of investment, $1.5 trillion of investment. Absolutely fantastic deal. I mean, look at the look on Ursula von der Leyen's face. You can tell that they just got absolutely bodied by President Trump. Axios up with headlines that says America gets everything in these deals and foreign nations get nothing because we hold all the cards. You're not holding the cards. We hold all the cards. No tariff inflation yet from the Financial Times. Bloomberg, who hates Donald Trump, stocks hold at record, dollar jumps on trade hopes, markets wrap. It's been an incredible series of economic wins for the president, and all Democrats have are deleted tweets showing that actually they are the ones that effed up the economy. Something happened amazing right here. It's called the Joe Biden residency in the White House. Bill Maher admits he was wrong. Stock market is at record highs. I don't see a country in depression. I see people out living their lives. Bill Maher, I got to own it. These tariffs were going to effing sink the economy, and they didn't. Bill Maher is now, quite frankly, set on establishing like that there is going to be realities around the President Trump administration. Those realities should be reported out honestly. And that's all you can really ask for. I don't need Bill Maher to put on a MAGA hat. I just need him to be honest about W's and L's. And that's fine. We're honest about W's and L's on this channel. It's good. Bill Maher goes off on the left, its most idiotic mistake. The stupidest thing the left does, and this dinner is a perfect example of it, is having an attitude towards the right that we won't ever break bread with you. We're so far above you that we won't ever even sit down at the same table with you. This is their attitude, and it makes me sick too.
The stupidest thing the left does, and this dinner is a perfect example of it, is having this attitude toward the right that we won't even break bread with you. Yeah. We are so far above you that we won't even sit down at the same table with you. Look, that is their attitude, and that makes me sick too. I'm glad I break bread, and by that what makes them hate the left so much. They think that they're deplorables. We're deplorables, and you won't even sit down to dinner with us. Well, good luck. See how far that gets you.
Bill Maher continues raving about Donald Trump. His Iran strike, I loved it. That was a home run. And I'm a guy who is always saying we should try and see the Obama plan, the peace deal Obama made can work. I was wrong again. An insane series of self-owns by Bill Maher, and it takes a man to actually own up to your self-owns. Here we go.
I loved it.
This here, as it relates to Epstein.
That was a home run for me and for him. And I'm a guy who was always saying we should, at least when they had the deal, we should try to see if the Obama plan, the peace deal that Obama made, can work. I don't think I'm telling tales out of school, but once had a long conversation with Netanyahu, who was wanting to talk me into, and may I say right now, all these years later, one, maybe I was wrong. I thought it was worth a try to bring
the JCPOA.
Yes.
The commentary here from MAGA Hulk, for instance, is wild. Admitting when you're wrong is the sign of emotional intelligence. So kudos to you, Bill Maher. But yes, Trump's strategy is working, and there's no denying that fact. Remember all the experts who got it wrong about tariffs. Remember Paul Krugman type of idiots. Inverse Kramer, right? Who needlessly panicked and tried to crash the stock market. Now Bill Maher is admitting everyone was wrong and Trump was right. Bill Maher says he was wrong. So many more to go. Don't panic. Bill Maher, Stephen A. Smith, and John Fetterman are the only three Democrats who will actually give Trump credit on a regular basis. They do. Bill Maher just admitted that he was wrong. Is hell freezing over? Bill Maher can't deny it. The economy is soaring, and it's never too late to realize you're wrong. And saying it is a good thing. Congratulations to Democrats. You've lost Bill Maher. And it turns out that tariffs work. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what also works is just listening, opening up your brain, stopping the NPC, smooth brain programming, and saying, you know what, damn it, maybe this is what makes America great, is that we can actually talk about these things instead of just name calling, because that gets us nowhere other than a communist concentration camp, right? It's like, like eventually in a world where nobody's doing anything and everything is just collapsing around you, you're going to have either the communist or some strong man's going to take power and destroy everything. Maybe it's best to have these conversations to save the country that way. Just thought. It's your boy, Ben. Make sure and subscribe. Yeah.